I actually reviewed this IEM many months ago, and these were my impressions.
Flashback.
The mids on the Volume S are not very enjoyable to me. They were pretty inconsistent. While the instrumental performance was really nice, overall I felt it lacked the texture and the timbre as well. In technicalities, again, I would not say it's a very resolving IEM. It lacks in texture as well as details, especially when you compare to the other IEMs in this price range, because they have come too far.
One eternity later.
Well, after this, I did not put it online because I realized there's something wrong with my unit, because I investigated 3 more units after that and all of them were fantastic. So Softears was kind enough to send me a review unit after that. So here's my review for Softears Volume S. Softears launched one of my favorite product of all time, that is Studio 4. And when they launched Volume S, I was excited for sure. Let's see how it live up to the expectations. Volume S is a nicely built IEM with a 3D printed black shell and a silver black finish faceplate. I like the design. It has character and at the same time it's a minimal design. The faceplate has flake patterns, not sure if the camera is capturing it properly. In between that you have a screw which controls the impedance of these IEMs. We'll talk about in the specifications. However, you get 2 plastic screws to change it, which are not very good in quality. I have been using a different tool, that is this. Overall, I like the design of Volume S. It comes with a 2-pin cable which is fabric coated and it's a nicely built cable that behaves really well. However, it was slightly microphonic when I was moving here and there. For comfort, I would say these are very comfortable IEM. They're lightweight, they fits really well, and at the same time there's no ear pressure at all. The noise isolation is very good again. The ear tips that I found that goes really well with these IEMs were Divinus Velvet wide bore ear tips. They really open up the signature a lot. These are the specifications of Softears Volume S. It's an hybrid IEM with 1 dynamic driver, 2 balance armature and 1 passive DD as well. It comes with 2 impedance, controllable via the screw on the faceplate. At low impedance it's 9.8 ohm and 31.2 ohm at high impedance. It's not a very hard IEM to drive, so you can use your decent DACs and it works fine. And anyway, we are not going to use it on high impedance mode because it doesn't sound very good at all. Let's talk about sound in detail. Before getting into the sound, the IEM comes with 2 impedance mode: low impedance and high impedance. The high impedance is grainy, shouty and edgy. I did not like it at all. I think it's a poor choice, and the low impedance already sounds very good, so they could have gone with just 1 tuning. So I am only going to talk about low impedance mode in this review. For tuning, this is a U-shaped IEM with an excellent balance of tonality, with a good bass presentation that slopes nicely into the mids. Upper mids carry a good energy and the treble lacks a bit of extension. Let's break it down in detail, starting with the bass. The bass on Volume S is punchy and bold. It has a good thump in the mid bass. While it is a mid bass focused low end, it doesn't lack in the sub bass. In fact, I liked it better than meta tuning in this price range. The bass has good boldness in the mid bass and doesn't come out soft. However, at the same time, the attack and decay is very good, though it lacks a little bit of authority. Mids on Volume S are nicely done and I feel they are the highlight of this IEM. They produced a pretty consistent sound for any genre I threw at them. Layering and separation very good, the timbre is very natural and the vocals sound amazing on this one. Both female and male vocals are very justiced on this IEM. For example, I was listening to Billy Bossa Nova, and for this song to do justice, you have to have a very good mid bass and mids vocal tonality, and it had both. It nailed the vocals totally and it had the excellent mid bass thump. For treble, it's relaxing and smooth and lacks a little bit of air in it. In no way it portrayed any brighter signature as such. We are talking about low impedance here. It's not harsh or sibilant, though it lacks a little bit of shine in my opinion. It carries decent level of details as well. Only thing I would nitpick here is when we are talking about drums, it lacks that initial burst of energy in the treble. I was listening to Planet Rock and it was an excellent experience. From bass thumb to vocals to those minute details it picked up, it was very nice. The only thing, as I said before, the cymbal hits here, just like drums, can carry a little bit of more energy in the attack. For technicalities, it has a very good resolution with excellent texture, and at the same time the detail retrieval is very good as well. Not so much that it becomes fatiguing, but very musical. For sound staging and imaging, it has an intimate vocal presentation and found it to be very tasteful and engaging. With layering and separation, it performed very good here. Atmosphere, again, it was able to create a good atmospheric performance and was able to find out those very minute sounds in the background. Dynamic range, rhythm and timing, I did not find any issue whatsoever, and overall I would say Volume S did a very good job in technical performance. Let's see how does it compare in the market with its peers. Let's compare this with Kiwi KE4, Aful P7, Moondrop Dusk and its bigger brother Studio 4. Let's take it up one by one. With KE4, I would say KE4 is an absolute winner in the mid section. However, bass and treble, or I would say overall balance, Volume S performs better, and I would choose Volume S over KE4. With P7, I would say P7 has a better bass impact. However, Volume S has a better mid and treble presentation, and more importantly, Volume S sounds more natural. P7 sometimes have that metallic timbre in it. So overall, again, Volume S is a better IEM in comparison. Let's compare with Moondrop Dusk now. So I would say Volume S has a better bass presentation in comparison to Moondrop Dusk. Bass comes out with a very good balance and synergy in sub bass and mid bass in Volume S, and in Moondrop Dusk it comes out a bit soft. In terms of mid range and treble, both Dusk performs better than Volume S, and I would say Dusk overall is a better choice out of the two. Now many complains that Dusk can be a little bit boring in its signature, so in that case you can choose Hype 4 as well. Now in comparison to Studio 4, Studio 4 provides a different tonality than Volume S. It's a more cleaner and faster presentation. So if you're someone who's looking for a cleaner and faster representation, I would say Studio 4 is a better option, and Studio 4 sounds better in vocals as well. Vocals on Studio 4 are much more neutral and natural as compared to Volume S. In conclusion, I would say Volume S had been a solid attempt by Softears Volume S. However, it lacked a little bit of execution in handling the impedance modes. I would say brand should have focused only on low impedance instead of low and high both. I would give Volume S a solid 4 stars, and I would say if you are looking for an IEM in this price range, it is definitely a lookout, and it gets a TWX approval. Well, this was it for Softears Volume S. Do share your thoughts in comments. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.